Hi, this is Kevin Pollock with the Mosby Heritage Area Association. Thank you for joining us for our final installment of our Retreat from D.C. video series covering the Civil War actions from Loudoun County to Clark County in July of 1864. On July 19, 1864, following the Battle of Cool Spring, Jubal Early's army began to feel pinched by Federal forces not only moving from the east under the command of General Horatio Wright, but Federal forces began moving towards Early's base of supply in Winchester. Accordingly, that night, Jubal Early began to pull his army out of Clark County to fall back towards Winchester. The nighttime sky was illuminated by a near full moon as the Confederates moved through downtown Berryville. Regimental bands stood on the street corners, cheering the soldiers as they marched towards Winchester. Here at Old Chapel, Robert Rodes' Confederate division stopped, and under the nighttime sky, they buried several of their commanding officers who had been killed a day earlier at the Battle of Cool Spring. One North Carolina chaplain held a lantern-light funeral over the bodies of some of those Confederate dead. The next day, July 20th, Early's army continued to move closer towards Winchester, and later on that day, engaged Federal forces at the Battle of Rutherford's Farm, which turned out to be a Confederate defeat. Believing that his goal of driving the Confederates back into the Shenandoah Valley was complete, General Horatio Wright began to move his troops back towards Washington, D.C., where it could then embark on boats and rejoin Ulysses S. Grant's army, besieging the Confederates down in Petersburg. Robert E. Lee was fearful of Union reinforcements reaching Grant's lines, and so he ordered Jubal Early to once again attack the Federals in the Shenandoah Valley, which Early did and culminated in the Battle of Second Kernstown on July 24th of 1864. Early was able to clear out the Shenandoah Valley one more time of any Federal forces and advance his force near to the Potomac River. That attack by Early drew Wright's command back to the Shenandoah Valley, and early in August of 1864, Abraham Lincoln and Ulysses S. Grant decided that a change was needed for Federal high command in the Shenandoah Valley. They decided to unify all of the Federal forces under the command of Philip Sheridan, setting the way for the 1864 Shenandoah Valley Campaign, which would be an ultimate Union victory in depriving the Confederacy of its breadbasket. Thank you for joining us for our installment of the Retreat from D.C. video series. I hope that you will come out and visit some of these sites where action took place here during the Civil War in July of 1864, and continue to find the stories here in the Mosby Heritage Area that are around every corner in the bend in the roads that you will drive on. Places that look almost the same as they did in July of 1864 as they do now. Thank you.